Hey, I want to thank you for taking the time to join us here on Polk Place. I'm Brian Lacey and going to introduce you to a term. That term would be Mayfairies. And if I'm talking Mayfairies, then we're talking Mayfair by the Lake. And joining me in studio is Joy Williams and Leslie Norman. They are Mayfairies. Welcome back to the show, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning.
So we're talking 10 or 11 years you guys been coming in the studio?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then and of course I don't remember names. So but after today, I will never let that happen again. Reminded of our anniversary. So talk to me a little bit about Mayfair. What exactly is Mayfair by the Lake, if you would, please?
Mayfair by the Lake is a fine art festival that takes place around the shores of Lake Morton every Mother's Day weekend. This year it will be May 10th and 11th, and from 9 to 4, both Saturday and Sunday, and it is hosted by the Ashley Gibson Barnett Museum of Art.
Now, talk to me a little bit. We've heard in the intro that this is one of the most elite art festivals in the state of Florida. Talk to me a little bit about how this came to be.
The event started out in the library lawn on Lake Morton years ago as just a small craft show, and through the years it's just grown into like more different kinds of artists and more activities and food trucks, and each year we kind of grow it, and it's just each year grows and we have more artists, more activities.
One of the things that's unique about this show is the selection process for the artists. Now, if you would, explain to me a little bit about how you pick each one that comes in.
Well, it is a process, and every October we open our application process up to all artists throughout the country, and we have some software that tracks it. And they apply through March 1st every year, and then we have a jury selection, a panel of 5 people throughout the community that are art enthusiasts or art experts, and they go through and judge each application. The artists have to submit 3 pieces of artwork and a picture of what they are going to display at Mayfair as far as their booth goes. And so based on that, they are scored, and then we will take the top scores, and Leslie and I will look at them, and the top scores get invited. So it's pretty exclusive and very exciting for the artists when they do get that invitation.
Now, Leslie, each year the piece of art that goes on and commemorates each year is a unique thing in and of itself. Mm-hmm. I want you to talk a little bit about that and what this year's theme is.
So this year our artist is Emma Holland, and we have a great image and a swan. Imagine that.
Really?
Right, yeah, I know. But it is a beautiful image, and so far it seems to be very popular. But we choose that at the end of the previous year. So last year, we went around and kind of looked at artists and kind of got a feel for what we were wanting this year. And Emma's artwork with a mixed media, we really liked the way she painted and added dimension to her work. So we're really excited with what she's brought us.
Even that's a process, like trying to get into the show too?
Yes.
So how many people do you guys look at and go, and then you commission it? How does that work?
We go through we walk ourselves through the whole show and, go in everybody's booth and look at everything, and then we narrow it down to a few, and then we work with other people in the museum to make a final decision on which artist to choose, and then speak to them and work with them and see their ideas versus our ideas to commission the piece for the year.
Now, Joy, last year I think was on the 11th and 12th, so it finished up on Mother's Day on Sunday.
Correct.
Is that correct? So what does it take to put on a show like this? Talk to me about logistically in and of itself, because we've been out there and taped for Sports Central, and on Thursday and Friday, streets are locked down and everybody. So talk to me a little bit about what it takes to put this on.
Well, it starts the day after Mayfair ends. And so Leslie and I have had a good partnership throughout the years, but we have to secure all the vendors, toilets and golf carts, tents, you name it, pretty early into the year to make sure that we've got enough of what we need. And but just finding all the artists is a process. And then as it gets closer, we get busier and busier. And as we know who all's coming to the show, so we'll know we have 150 artists that are coming each year. And then we have to place them. It's kind of like placing people at a wedding, frankly. And so just like at a wedding, somebody wants to sit by somebody.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my job, is to make sure that Sally and Tommy are next door to each other.
Yeah.
And of course, they all want a shade tree, every one of them. And of course,
Seems like we should be planting more trees.
Yes, we should. But there's only so many trees around Lake Morton. But it is quite the process. So we like yesterday, we were what we call marking the lake. And so we go out with a measuring stick and measure out everybody's booth to make sure there's not, a tree that has gone missing or a hole that has, come up, because these hurricanes also play a toll on our precious lake. So, and as the weekend comes around, it is very busy. It's a lot of logistics. We've got over 200 volunteers that it takes during the weekend to put this event on. So we're currently looking for volunteers right now. If anybody's interested in doing that, we can sign up through our website.
Go ahead and give me the website if you would, please.
It is mayfairbythelake.org.
And any information along with volunteering, they can get all that there, right?
On our website, yes.
Yeah. So, Leslie, one thing that even though it's Mother's Day, you guys have, I've been down there for the food trucks and the entertainment and everything. It's family friendly. Talk about some of the things that'll be going on other than the art show.
So we have, like you said, we have the food trucks and snacks throughout the show. We have a DJ on the library lawn now. We don't have the separate entertainers. So we just have music throughout the show. We have a children's zone where it's a hands-on activities tent for children of all abilities. And to help people get through the show, because it is hot, we have something called Mayfaire golf carts. So there's golf carts that will take you around the show. So you don't necessarily have to walk the whole show, or if you buy art, you can hop on and ride it back around to the other side of the lake. And that's very helpful to people.
Where did the term Mayfaire come from? And then are there different levels, like with martial arts, there's a black belt. Is there a black belt in Mayfaire?
So we're Mayfairies, F-A-I-R-Y. The golf carts are Mayfaire, F-E-R-R-Y, because they're transportation.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the levels.
Oh. So what does it take to become a Mayfaire?
For us, we work for the Ashley Gibson Barnett Museum of Art, and don't forget to come visit that while you're there as well. It's our new expansion's great. You go through the application process at the museum, and you have to go through the interview process and be hired at the museum, and then we work there throughout the whole year, just collaborating with the staff and then with the city and all that kind of stuff.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you for coming in, and come back and see me again, will you please? Join the Polk Museum of Art as they present Mayfair by the Lake Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the shores of Lake Morton in Lakeland. Presented on Mother's Day weekend each year, Mayfair features more than 150 artist booths and is one of the oldest art festivals in Central Florida. Mayfair has been ranked among Sunshine Artist Magazine's 200 best art shows for 10 years in a row. Now, if you need more information, you can check them out on the web at mayfairbythelake.org or give them a call, 863 688-7743. If you enjoyed that episode of Polk Place, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and even check out the next one.